Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 18 of 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim. We're going to jump straight in here. As I recall, we are completely up and done with all of the combat sequences that we can do, and we've spent all of our mystery points, so we are going to... Now, I guess I do have just one thing to note about here. If we jump over to, whoops, that's not correct. To mystery points, there's some, like, a bunch of question marks, or, like, things that we can't unlock, and as far as I know, there must be more combat than just, like, a boss battle or something like that. There must be enough to cover getting the rest of these, because we have a 100% success rate, and look at how many mystery points there are yet to spend, so it was just a thought between episodes. Let's jump in. And yeah, we've already done Natsuno Minami's Exterminator event, so we're going to continue on here with the story of Nenji Ogata. After Nenji Ogata pressured Tsukasa Okino, who was the identity of the mysterious voice, everything suddenly changed, and Ogata found himself strapped to a chair in Okino's hideout. A little sort of deduction that it must be some sort of an anime-style thing. I guess when
you put it like that,
worked out pretty well.
Maybe you've got a point. I should slow down and think a little. What's wrong?
Okay, so I've definitely got some new things that I can think about, and we are now on train platform 3. So, yeah, turns out that was a really good place to end the previous episode. I need to cough. Hold on just one second. All right, well, that was nice and off mic. And hello to Caroluna. Caroluna, I hope that you're having a great Thursday. Very much looking forward to the weekend. One more work day left to go. So, a lot of what we do here should be completely new.
Gotta be kidding me. So all of this? It's all some big dream in my head? This Kisaragi, and that Fuyusaka, and Wajima, none of them are real? So the world's gonna end. And it's all because of these 15 people? Because they're sending out this command to the kaiju? If he's right, I'm one of those people too.
And hello to Brian. Brian, I hope that you're having as much fun... Hold on a second. Okay, Brian, I hope that you're having as much fun with Mad Max as I have been. I've gotten a chance to see a couple of your streams, and it's so cool just looking back at the beginning of the game, because things develop in such a measured way across that game, you don't even realize that things are changing until you look back and you're like, wow, that was what the beginning was like. But it's been very, very fun to watch.
That was weird. Why'd I think Fuyusaka looked like that League of Darkness lady?
Okay, so let's talk to Tomi Kisaragi about the fact that she is a figment.
You're not the real Kisaragi. You're just some ghost of her in my brain.
What are you talking about? Is your head okay? Did you eat something bad?
Don't even talk to me.
Okay, so there's reportedly at least one other thing to... Oh.
So this key's a program that's calling the kaiju out. Except, I'm just gonna see it as a normal-ass key, I guess.
Yeah, as we point out at the end of the previous episode, there's only one normal-ass key that we've seen so far. Oh, but I can't ask her about it. Yeah, she pulled out a key. Tomi pulled out a key. So, I guess that's not it.
Well, look what we got here. Ogata, most punchable face in the city.
And hello to Samalander. Samalander, just like I've said to Caroluna and Brian, I hope you're having a great Thursday so far.
Same dumbass look. This asshole looks as real as he ever did.
The hell are you muttering about? Hey!
Alright, if I walk away, we're probably gonna have the fight. That's fine.
Hey, don't you try to run!
Fight always comes out in Ogata's favorite. Oh!
He's had enough, okay?
Ain't that the saddest shit? Gotta have your girl rescue you. Move it. Listen up. No more warnings. If you ever talk shit on Kurihai again, you know what's gonna happen. Let's go.
I remember now. This place. It's what I remember from that day.
Are you okay?
She was here too. We had a big fight. Ended up splitting off.
So Samolander's attempting to gaslight me by saying, doesn't Ogata always get beaten up? So this is Ogata, and every other time that we've seen that fight happen, he has mopped the floor with Hijiyama and all of his crew. So this was a big surprise that he, I don't know why it's coming out differently now, except that he's remembering it differently. It makes way more sense that that number of guys would be able to take him down, but yeah.
Look, fighting wasn't gonna prove anything. Those guys aren't worth your time, okay?
Damn it. Already 5:20. Third train's already gone. They're gonna show up any second now. Wasted too much damn time. Messed that up.
Report. Not this time, from the looks of things.
So put me back. That's how this goes, right?
You realize your life is at stake here. I suggest you take this seriously.
Yeah, I know.
You know, Okino, if you have all these great ideas on what I should be doing, you're welcome to share them.
I guess when you put it like that.
Okay, and also Samolander, I guess, wasn't kidding. He said that he missed the previous fights. Sorry, I thought that you were here for those. I really need to start this game. Hurry up and get done so that I can start it. Samolander has many questions. Oh, yeah, no, so do we all. Yeah, that's a thing about this game. All right, so we can talk to Iori. Probably makes more sense than fighting with Hijiyama.
Ogata-kun.
I guess that means she came from my head too?
Huh?
I don't really know Fuyusaka that well. So maybe that's it? I just got her mixed up with the school nurse? Hey, Fuyusaka, where'd Okino go?
Okino? Who's that? Fancy meeting you here.
I get it.
Usami-chan.
He said he was gonna fix it.
Iori, your place
Guess
isn't
this
this
is
way,
what he
right?
meant.
Where are you going? I've just got a thing over in Tsutsuji.
Oh, there he is. We spent a bunch of time last episode trying to get in touch with Karabe. What is green here, do you think?
Gotta be kidding me. So all of this?
Okay, we heard that.
Looks like he got himself out. But where the hell does that leave me? If Okino's not here, I can't chase after him to get out of here.
Juro, look at Juro. Juro's like, oh, you know, we got a whole platform here, not just stand so close to me. It's literally anywhere else.
Hey, it's you.
Oh, and
If
hold on,
I
Azaric,
remember
by the
right,
way.
You don't take the train to school, do ya?
Guess I don't, but who cares? I can still take the train if I want. It's not a crime.
Ooh, cocky Juro.
So, you got a key on you?
What kind of key?
The key to summon the kaiju.
Summoning kaiju, huh?
What? That weird?
I don't really have time to indulge those childish fantasies.
Now that's weird. Last I heard, you were way into that shit.
Well, what a shame. Looks like my train's here. which means this conversation is over.
I don't think so.
Yeah, you know we're all gonna
Hey,
follow you.
that's the wrong train.
Hello to Jab.
So you followed me.
Why'd you run? Huh?
You're on the wrong train, Nenji Ogata.
Doesn't matter which one I take. Same damn thing happens anyway. I always get taken out by the kaiju.
Yeah, that about sums it up.
Okay, so Nenji, that's the kind of thing that he's not supposed to know about.
You're not Karabe.
Well, that's just embarrassing. I really need to hide my tracks better. I've been getting sloppy. Never figured you'd come looking to take it back.
Who the hell are you? He disappeared. That's Minami behind you. And look what she's got. I don't know how I know, but that's the key. Gotta be.
A regular metal key,
Do you know
huh?
anything about what kind of code this is? Do you even know what you've been looking for? There's no point in digging this up. You don't even know what this key is.
I know the key's a program that controls the kaiju. And now I know Natsuno Minami's got it.
If you know that, then why are you on their side? You think you know what they're gonna do with it? They can't save anyone. Don't trust them. You know what they'll do to her. Do you have any idea what Natsuno Minami will go through?
Why don't you tell me, and then I'll know more about it?
What, like I'm supposed to trust you instead? I don't even know who you are.
I'm Juro Izumi. A version of Juro Kurabe from another world.
What the hell?
I've come to save you. That's why I'm here. To protect her control key.
And as Kira Luna says, Minami has changed clothes. I didn't recognize that fact, but yeah, she's got sort of a different coat on, and she's wearing her school skirt instead of her running shorts. All right, so what am I missing in here?
Doesn't matter if we run. We never make it out in time. We only got a couple minutes until they ruin this place. Even if I told someone about this, nobody would believe me.
Also note very quickly, there is a precedent for Minami having something to do with the kaiju or something. I'm trying to remember who it was, but somebody in like a video or something within the game, I'm talking about like a pre-recording or something, made some sort of mention, this was a while ago, about Minami leading the kaiju forces or something, but that's all we know, and it was so long ago that there was no follow-up. I haven't brought it up recently.
Fine. Trust me or don't. I don't care. Just forget about finding the key.
I can't do that. That key's gonna destroy the world, right?
If you let me handle this, you won't regret it. But if they found out that Natsuno Minami has the key, you think they'd be nice about getting it out of her?
Got a point. These sickos already kidnapped me and messed with my brain. Minami might end up the same way.
They might break her. Leave her like Ryoko Shinonome. Or they might just kill her. She's a pawn in their game. Just another sacrifice. Think this through.
Report. Did you find it?
No.
I analyzed the station you're seeing. Basically, it's a visual representation of a kind of database. It kind of got tangled with your memories, so not everyone there will be relevant. but at least one of them has accessed the decode. You just need to find out who.
Say I find this person with the key, right? What are you gonna do to him?
Do you even need to ask? I'm going to cut off the D-Force's appearance. Once I control the commander, I control the kaiju. If that's impossible, I'll just destroy the control key. Don't worry. You'll be free to go.
Alright.
I didn't say this before, but this is an inherently risky process. The more loops we do, the more stress your brain gets put under. If you don't find it soon, I can't promise you'll survive. Am I clear?
Probably could have brought that up
You need to
earlier.
investigate the people on that platform closely. Let's run it again.
The hell am I supposed to do?
Oh, is that really not the end of the chapter? Wow. Oh, no, there we go. Okay, so, blah, blah, blah. Thank you so much for the resubscription. That is fantastic. 17 months. Can you believe next month it'll be a year and a half? That's outstanding. Blah, blah, blah. Thank you so much. Thank you to Mia for doing the shout-outs. Also, Jab was saying, I've missed too much to really know what's going on. Jab, I'm just saying, you'd be surprised at how little being here for the whole thing has helped me to know what's going on. And the interesting thing is, all joking aside, it's not that the story is incoherent or poorly told. However, every character's narrative is a different piece of the puzzle. So the only way to know what's going on is to follow multiple characters through to the conclusion and then match up what we see happen, what we believe is happening, and what we can determine to be true from other characters' stories. And we sort of meld all of this together into one grand unified theory of 13 Sentinels. So I can catch you up very quickly on Ogata's story here. Ogata is basically hooked up to an animus from the world of Assassin's Creed, and Okino, the person that you saw there in blue on the right, is making him relive a particular moment in his life over and over and over again in an attempt to find a key. This is a digital key, a software key that is the governing force over the kaiju forces. And they seem to believe that if they can get their hands on it, then they will either control the kaiju or be able to stop their attack, or at least that's what Okino says. So there we go. We also got a chance to see adult Juro Izumi, I guess he is. This is presumably an Izumi from an earlier revision of the world, 16 years older, probably very much like Chihiro Morimura, no longer a person, no longer human. He's just an illusion. I mean, of course he's an illusion inside the Animus, but actually, I'm not sure that we've seen him physically at any point in a very long time. So disregard that. And he has been positioned through much of the story as being a major antagonist, if not the major antagonist, 426. But I remain unconvinced that 426 and Juro Izumi are the same identity. Might be, but I'm not 100% sure. And even if he is an antagonist, I'm not sure that he's the villain. I think that he's trying to stop the other main characters from doing something. I don't know which side of this argument is right. So let's close results, and we're gonna jump right back in. Based on what the Juro Izumi from Another World said, Nenji Ogata realized that Natsuno Minami was the one with the key. However, he also learned that sharing this information might jeopardize Minami's safety. I feel like we're missing a very important sentence there. He further learned that his life is in imminent danger because he's being subjected to potential brain damage being hooked up to this animus. Oh, wait, sorry, because we're going to see a loop here. Jab was also saying, okay, one question. There are 13 Sentinels, but 15 teens. So I actually haven't counted the number of protagonists just yet. I believe, so there's 13 Sentinels. Oh, you know what would be fun? Can we name them all? Because we've been playing this for a super long time, right? Okay, spot check, pop quiz. Can I name all of the main protagonists? So we've got Ogata and Kisaragi. They're on screen right now, so they don't count. We've got Juro Karabe. We've got Iori Fuyusaka, because they're here in this. We just saw Natsuno Minami, so now we're up to 5. Then we've got Hijiyama. We've got... oh, dear. No, don't worry. We've got Yuki Fuyusaka. Yes. Okay, so that's 7. Then we've got... Goto, we've got him. We've got Ryoko Shinonome. We've got... Uh-oh. I'm up to 9. I'm up to 9 of the 13. Okay, let me think. Oh, Shu Amaguchi. We've got Shu Amaguchi, so that's 10. Oh my goodness. I don't know that I have the last 3. We've been playing this for 18 episodes. I'm not sure that I can list all the 13. And it's gonna kill me when we find them. Because here's the thing, Okino doesn't count. Okino's one of the teens, but they're not one of the Sentinel pilots. So I'm trying to think both whose stories have we done, and also who appears on the battlefield. You guys, I might be tapped out. I might have 10. I might have 10 of the 13. Because we can't stay here for 10 minutes having me just try to remember 3 more names. And the thing is, it's not just the names. I actually don't remember them. Miwako is not one of the Sentinels. Oh! The 2 kids that I always mess up. Yes. Oh God, what's the name of the assassin guy? Ei Sekigahara. Okay, so that's 11. And then we've got the guy that I always think he is, who's Miura, Kitaro Miura. That's 12 of the 13. Oh my God, I want to get the 13th one so badly. I said Hijiyama, and it's interesting because we actually haven't played his story yet. Who's the 13th Sentinel? You know what? I'm also thinking of them in their relationships in terms of who we've seen in whose story, and I'm trying to remember because we've seen Minami and Yuki hang out a lot together. We've seen Iori, Kisaragi, and Miwako hang out a bunch together. Juro Karabe hangs out with Shu Amaguchi a whole bunch. Ei Sekigahara and Miura have some tight bonds. I know I said Goto. Goto remains a little bit of a question mark. Shinonome has lost her memory, but was super into Tetsuya Ida, who's just a different version of Shu Amaguchi. I don't have it. I don't have the 13th. And Bob and Blah says, I'm amazed that you remember the names. Well, remember episodes 2 and 3 when I couldn't remember or even pronounce anybody's? Also, Sam Leonard had asked protestations, but then said, that makes sense. So I'm not sure where that was. So, Jab, I think that the additional teens are probably Okino, who, as far as we know, is not one of the characters. Oh gosh, actually there's a few. Because the idol could also be one of them. Anyway, let's continue with the adventure, and if I think of the 13th name sometime during this scene, we will
when you
celebrate.
Put it like that. What's wrong?
What the hell do I do now? I finally found this damn key. What's gonna happen to Minami if I snitch on her?
Well, let's think about what we can think about.
Minami's got the key. But if I let Okino know, I'd be throwing her under the bus. That Izumi guy, he said he'd handle it. Can I even trust him?
I don't know if he can trust him. So apparently we've got 2 more things to think about.
So the world's gonna end. And it's all because of these 15 people. Because they're sending out this command to the kaiju? If he's right.
Okay, sorry, we heard that one.
So that guy Izumi, he's a Juro Karabe from another world? If that's really true, that League of Darkness lady's gotta be a Fuyusaka from another world. When I was a kid, she did something to my key. I remember now. She said something about the Sentinels. Probably talking about that robot I saw in the future ruins.
So, did something to my key is an interesting way to express shot me in the chest with a dart gun. That's the way I would have phrased that.
I want to ask you something. If you knew the world was gonna end in a couple of minutes, how would you spend them?
Where's all this coming from?
I just want to know how you feel.
Whoa. A few minutes, huh? That's not a lot of time. Well, I can't really get anywhere in a few minutes. So I guess I'd spend them with you.
Let me just check our... Okay, yeah, we're on train platform 4. So, I mean, and we do know from experience that if I... Like, you can jump up to one of these others if you do something regressive.
So the one who has the key, they're the one calling these monsters out. Even if they don't want to. Never thought Minami would have it.
Okay, that was the last thing to think about. So... Okay, so we know that if we go left, I get into a fight, and if we go right, we talk to Fuyusaka, but, I mean, right seems better than just getting into the fight and possibly just wasting time
Guess
again.
Okino's not here. Okay, the first train's gonna be Fuyusaka and... Karabe.
Yeah?
Fancy meeting you here. Usami-chan! Iori, your place isn't this way, right? Where are you going?
Hey.
Oh, Ogata-kun.
That's weird. Seems like playing with Karabe again.
Actually, this is pretty good timing. Someone was just looking for you. They asked me to give you this. Here you go.
Who's this from?
Izumi, I think he said. Well, that's my train. I'd better go.
All right, hold on. Let me... Oh, hello.
What's wrong? I didn't cross a line, did I?
Tsutsuji-bound Semi-Express, departing at 5:12, first car. Who is this guy? What's his angle? Let's see, the 5:12. That's the third train. The one Kisaragi gets on. And the first car. That one stops over at the end of the platform.
Also, Jab is voting if you only have a few minutes to live, you want to call your loved ones. I can get behind that.
Hey, could you not ignore me? Hey.
Oh. Apparently, I can't not ignore you.
Okay.
Oh.
Ryoko Shinonome gets on the second train.
Hey,
And...
Shinonome-senpai. Are you okay? I have to go.
Well, I might as well hang out here with her. Hey, what's up? Will she walk around the post? Yes, she did. I thought there was at least a chance she was just gonna phase straight through. Alright, so now, the first car should be over here, I would think. Like, the first car's gonna be closer to the front, and all the trains go this way. Okay. Oh, here we go.
The train's already here, so I'm gonna go.
You're from 1C.
Megumi, that's who I forgot. That's the 13th Sentinel. Damn it. I was really gonna try to figure it out.
Hey. You even listening? Jeez. If I get on the train now, is it even gonna change anything? I'm back here.
Oh, something popped up.
Now you're messing with me too? You're from Minami's class. You another of Okino's goons?
Okino? I don't know who that is.
Then why are you here?
I was told to come here so I could save Nenji Ogata.
You're here to save me?
But Nenji Ogata's right here. So, why are you appearing on this screen?
That's like a version of me inside my own head.
So, I just need to pull this thing off your head?
Okay, you do that, I die.
Hey, don't do that! They said if it gets forced off, I might never wake up again. Jeez. Call the police, I guess?
My contact wants to keep this discreet.
Okay, then call your contact. Get them to do something.
Well, he's a cat, so his options are limited.
He's a what?
He's a talking cat who's here to save the world.
What the shit are you talking about? Look, you see any kind of, I don't know, a power button?
None here.
Well, what do you see?
A button that says reinitialize.
Okay, don't touch that. Probably dumps me back at the station.
Something here about a restriction?
Maybe that's it. You think you can turn that restriction off?
I can try.
How's it looking?
Hold on. Still checking.
Hey, you talked about saving the world. You mean from the kaiju, right?
Right.
So, all that stuff I saw on the train, it really could happen.
If you could fight back, would you?
Hell yeah, I would.
Then I'll cast a spell on you.
What the? Some kind of robot?
I think I just lifted the restriction.
Really? Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Now try pressing that reinitialize thing.
So Jab was saying if the world ends when you get on a train, don't get on a train. He did try that, to his credit. There was one of the go-throughs, I can't go up here, but in one of them he does convince Kisaragi not to get on the train, and the two of them just leave the station, but the kaiju wind up coming anyway. Okay, so I think this will be, if not last, second to last part of Nenji Ogata's story. Whoops, he just did a pop a squat there. Oh, and this is Hijiyama, by the way. We've done effectively none of his story, so we're gonna come back to him. Jiro Izumi's message led Nenji Ogata to Megumi Yakushiji, who was waiting for him. She cast a spell on Ogata, enabling him to fight the kaiju. So, but what does she mean by casting a spell? Did she shoot him with her magic gun? And if so, why wasn't he disoriented? He might not have felt it, but the whole thing is that it gives you, like, amnesia. Oh, and by the way, so I've never actually counted the people on the screen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yep, 13 Sentinels. So, Jab, these are the 13 Sentinels. Not shown here are Fluffy the Talking Cat, again, actual real character, Okino, Miwako, neither of the Chihiro Morimuras, either the 6-year-old version or the adult version, although technically neither of them are teens. The cat may also not be a teenager. We don't actually know. We do not know the cat's age. Are there any other teens that aren't on this screen? Not that I'm aware of. Not now that we know that the idol, the holographic idol, is an adult. What the hell is 16 plus 16 would be 32. So she's 31? Wow, she doesn't look like it. Okay.
I guess when you put it like that,
I want to make sure you're gonna be safe, Kisaragi.
geez, why do you sound so serious all of a sudden?
If you're going back, then I'm coming with you. I got something I gotta do. Just wait right here a sec.
Oh, sure.
Okay, hold on. Let me think about a thing.
That big robot. Well, the Sentinel. If I could just pilot that thing. If this crazy loop does eventually become reality, maybe I could at least beat down a couple kaiju.
Jab is saying, I thought at one point they said there are 15 teams that could run a Sentinel. There's... No, so for A, that's possible. There are 15 teams that have some sort of nano machine situation going on, and Okino is one of those, because we've gotten that detail about them. But in terms of whether or not Okino can run a Sentinel, I don't think that they've been shown to be able to do so, and I don't think they're on the squad anyplace. But yeah, there's still things that we don't know. Also, Samlander has asked, have all of his scenes been on this train platform? They all have started on this train platform. They've ended in a variety of different places. Oh, here's Okino now.
Oh, Ogata-kun. What's wrong?
Okino's here. Looks like it worked. Get out of my way. Just you and me, Tsukasa Okino. Can't run this time. Last time,
Immediately
I
runs.
got out of this place by chasing him.
But it is an interesting question, Jab. Who would be the 15th one who knows how to, or has the capacity to pilot a Sentinel? I don't know. Immediately.
Ah, shit. Everything's spinning. Where am I? Not Kamazumi, that's for sure. Hijiyama? Hey, what's wrong? Can't move, huh?
Over here. Hurry.
She's more badass than I am.
I'm guessing she shot him with her quote-unquote magic gun.
They're coming back this way again.
We gotta find some way to stop them here. We won't be catching the train to school again anytime soon.
Usami! Natsuno! You're out too? Our timing sucks, huh? We hit our operating limits at the same time.
What about the others?
They're not doing great. Even Miura-kun.
Miura? Number 19, right?
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna call my Sentinel again. Miura-kun!
Reporting in. Number 19 is taking heavy damage. Sorry, I'm shifting out. They never need to rest. The assault never lets up. Everything's falling apart. I let down our defensive line. Please.
You did plenty, man. We're gonna be okay. Let us handle the rest.
I've already hit my operating limit. I'll try to get back in the fray as soon as I'm combat ready. Natsuno-san, I'll fight your share as well. So you don't have to push yourself so hard.
You really don't need to worry about me so much.
I always worry about you.
I'll go.
No. Your Sentinel's already taken a beating. I'll handle this.
already at your limit.
I don't give a shit about my limits. I love you. And that's why I gotta break them.
They're here again.
They've come a long way from when he used to call her Dogface. All right, and there we go. We've finished out Ogata. Now, the next person that I want to jump into is Hijiyama because, Hijiyama is a huge question mark in this story. He appears only glancingly in anybody else's story, and as far as we know, has maybe the closest ties to Okino, who is, again, a big question mark. The other person that we're going to start at some point, probably not in this episode, is Renya Goto. You can see here we're at 0% with this dude. So before we go, though, let's jump over to Mystery Files, because although we can't unlock anything new, we can see if we've, what we've updated. So here's Menji Ogata. Ogata was the original holder of the decode. Where was this covered? Oh, that's right. They did say that he used to have the key, and that's why, what's her face? Morimura shot him. But Natsuno Minami is the one who currently has it. When the kaiju appear in 1985, Ogata swears to protect Tomi Kisaragi this time and activates Sentinel number 10. The Demos code, also called the D code for short, it is broadcasted by someone designated the commander, which gives the signal for the kaiju to attack. There was a Dean Koontz book that I didn't hate. The best Dean Koontz book by a very wide margin, I think, is Strangers. I think that book is, well, I have less tolerance for it now that I'm an adult, but Strangers was very, very good when I first read it. I was a lot younger at the time. I thought that it was an excellent mystery. Strangers is a much, much better book if you don't know where it's going. Once you sort of seen the end, it's not as much fun to revisit. But there was another story by him, and I think it was called, like, The Turning or something like that. It's something like that, I'm just now realizing that I might be about to give a big book spoiler. So if you're a Dean Koontz fan, you might want to just mute for a few seconds. When I'm done spoiling this book, I'm going to go over to Remembrance, so you can turn down the volume and you'll be able to see when I come back. It's not going to be long. In The Turning or something like that, the book starts off with, the character's waking up and there's this unusually luminescent rain coming out of the sky. Unusual because it's luminescent. And it also smells vaguely of sperm, which they don't like very much. And yada, 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 the whole book happens. What it turns out to be at the end of it is, or at least it's heavily implied, it's left a little bit ambiguous, but what was happening is that aliens came to Earth and they didn't invade, they didn't make contact, they didn't want to share secrets or set about some sort of destruction of all of our national monuments. They simply started terraforming. They were just generally disinterested in the fact that there was an indigenous species and just set about terraforming. And that's something that has come into my head a couple of times as we've watched these kaiju land. And the thing about this, the enemies in this game, the kaiju, is there's no malice to them. They're not angry, they're not conquerors, they're simply repaving the situation. They're eradicating everything that's standing so that something new can be rebuilt in its place. And if that results in the deaths or disappearances of every living soul in all of these domes, so be it. That is immaterial to them. They cannot be reasoned with, they cannot be negotiated with, they will not feel pity. They're just going to wipe everything clean and let it start again. And there's a special sort of horror to that indifference, and it's why one of the reasons I'm so angry at the person who, as far as we can tell, is the force that has brought this down upon everybody, and that is Tetsuya Ida. Okay, so hello to Grumpy. First sentence I hear, it smells of sperm. Well, would that I could greet everyone in the channel with that. But okay, spoiler time over. Let's go play the next section. And by the next section, we're going to rejoin Takatoshi Hijiyama, who ended up in 1984 after chasing Kiriko Doji. I have, at this moment, no idea who Kiriko Doji is, except that Kiriko Doji might be one of the pseudonyms or disguises of... Oh, I'm sorry, it says right here. I should have just read the next sentence. 6 months later, he reunited Kiriko, who's actually Tsukasa Okino. Together, they made a promise. I do not remember the nature of their promise. But let's continue the story.
All right. So he was just playing the part of Kiriko Doji. I don't know what he's up to. But if I help him, I can save our homeland from this war.
So, again, Kiriko Doji is alternately referenced as he, she, they, and sometimes by other names like Kiriko Doji. So it's one of the reasons that I've sought a character that might be able to
this is it, all right.
fill us in on some of this.
Though, it's a far cry from the school I remember.
I can't think of any reason to remain here.
I don't know if he's here or not. Still, I should go around the back. Keep a low profile.
Oh, and Jab is saying, this reminds me of the movie Dark City. I've never seen Dark City.
This building had just been finished when I knew it. Now, well, it's certainly seen better days.
Oh, I thought he was from the future. I do not remember his prologue at all.
So the Sentinel's a weapon from the future? It's strange to say, but it does make sense. After all, even one of its computers was so far beyond what we knew.
Simulator says Dark City's a trip and I should watch it. I will keep that in mind. There's a lot of movies that I would like to watch. Oh, can we not go left and right? Is it just into the classroom? Okay. Oh.
It feels like just yesterday. I walked these very halls to pick up Keitaro. And now, 4 decades have passed in a blink of an eye. Like a fairy tale. And this young lady would be?
Oh, that's Kiriko-chan. She came to us from Tokyo. I'm Kiriko Doji.
Why, miss, you're stunning. My name is Takatoshi Hijiyama. I'm going to remember this day forever. Because it was the day you came into my life.
You're a funny guy. But you seem pretty incredible yourself, Takatoshi-san.
No. I don't know about that.
So what's got you all bashful and smiley in here?
Kiriko-san. I mean, Okino.
You really are a funny guy.
So a couple quick notes. A, hello to Epinomenon. B, I really like the little transitions they were doing there. It felt a little bit like Memory or a Dream, where not everybody's where they should be. And C, I just really like the idea of introducing yourself by immediately and stridently professing your undying love to somebody that you're literally laying eyes on for the very first time. It's not a move I would recommend trying in real life, not unless you want a high degree of familiarity with the legal system and restraining orders, but it's a lot of fun to see done here.
You could have just taken a nap at my place. I didn't think you'd come running after me.
I'm not about to let you get away from me.
I showed you my hideout. Why bother trying to run now? Still don't trust me, huh?
I want to know everything about what you're trying to accomplish.
I see. Well, fair enough. The question is, are you even going to believe me?
I've already learned for myself that time travel is real. At this point, nothing surprises me anymore. No more secrets. What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to stop the apocalypse. A force is already on its way here to destroy the world. And they've got more numbers on their side than we'll ever have.
What are they?
I'm not really concerned with what they are. What I want to know is, why are they coming? The answer is in something called the decode. Let me try and break this down for you. There are other humans with modifications like you and Miura-kun. And they're beaming out these signals calling the destroyers here. Even though they have no idea.
Alright, before we go... Oops.
This other threat you said the Sentinels were meant to fight.
I meant to think about that.
Are you saying it's them? These destroyers?
They're a huge threat, all right.
And these people with modifications, like me, they're calling them here? But weren't those implants only added so we could pilot the Sentinels in the first place?
Well, I made the Sentinels, sure. But I'm not the one who modified all of you. There's too many unknowns with the Interlocutor. That's what I'm looking into.
Hold time out.
So the Sentinel's a weapon from the future?
Okay, we heard that.
So he was just playing the part of Kiriko Doji. I don't know what he's up to, but if I help him,
Okay, we heard that. Can't think about the destroyers.
So this Interlocutor...
It's like a little network of tiny machines. It has to be implanted into your body.
So what do you want me to do now?
Everybody's supposed to be in class right now. You'll stick out if you're on school grounds. We can't have you wandering around where staff can see you. It'd definitely be a liability for me, at least. There'll be more of a crowd when lunch period rolls around. Until then, you should hang out here.
Sleeping face down on a school desk can't be good for my neck. Okino. Still no sign of him.
Sorry, there's one thing that I very much remember about him, and that he freaking loves yakisoba pan.
Noodles stir-fried in sauce, enfolded in sweetened bread. I don't trust much in this post-war world. But if there's one exception, it's my yakisoba pan.
Really makes me want to try that.
He told me to wait until noon. But I can only waste time napping for so long. It's quiet outside. Maybe everyone's still in their classes. I'm trying to avoid being seen here. So I'm not supposed to go outside, but...
Well, I mean, really, what am I going to wait around for?
Come on, Takatoshi. You can't just let Okino tell you what to do. I can't wait any longer.
Okino said noon. I waited till noon. Time to go.
You mean? But then that means the dream is, huh?
Hello. Alright, I guess I'll just be on my way then.
A student's duty should be to focus on their studies. This kind of hanky-panky has no place here.
Really?
Not that girl wasn't cute, I
So
suppose,
basically,
but clearly she has no eye for men.
but then that means the dream is...
All right, chill out, Takatoshi. Total stranger to you. So go to the schoolyard or go to the break area. I cannot imagine that Okino would be in the break area. Like, they would have come to get me if they were on break. So let's go to the schoolyard.
It's not like that. It super is, though. You think so? Did you see him? That boy was so cool. Was he? Does he even go to our school, though? Oh, please.
And I doubt very much that I get to talk to them at all. Nope. Hold on. Remain here. I am grateful for the remain here option because I didn't mean to go over there. Or that far over there.
That has to be... I can't let myself get spotted now. Okino would probably never let me hear the end of it.
Okay, so I guess I do have to go this way. All right, break area.
I don't have any money.
Oh, you know what I bet is going to happen here? Ryoko, Shinonomi's going to come up while he's, like, enjoying a drink.
I don't have any money.
Because we saw him repeatedly hanging out here and really enjoying whatever it was that he was drinking, like the fresh sea or whatever it's called. Fortunately, I don't have any cash. So, I don't know, let's go to the walkway, I guess. Oh, and hello to Force. Force, hope you're having a nice Thursday.
That's...
You the one? Said you'd be waiting here around now. Even stuffed a letter in my shoe locker, right?
Yes.
Shit, she's cute. Okay, so, what's this about?
I like you.
Seriously? You? Me?
Yes.
Kisaragi's bullshit was starting to get to me. Maybe I'm kind of a stud after all.
What? No! Kiriko-san! That rat bastard. You don't go for another fella's girl.
Ooh, drop kick him.
Huh? What's your problem?
Hey! Put him up!
Hold on! Oh, jeez.
Did I just...
I can't believe you, Hijiyama-kun.
This is... I mean...
Don't tell me. You were jealous.
Of course not. I'm sorry for hitting him. You can like whoever you like. It's none of my business.
Where's this coming from? You think I like him just because he's a guy? Actually, you couldn't have picked a better time. This works. Nenji Ogata secured, despite complications. Now, help me get him into the old school building.
Forcing payday is tomorrow, so in high spirits. That's excellent because I know that it's been a while since the last payday, so that is that's very good news.
False pretenses or not, that confession really got to him. Even knocked out, he's still blushing. I almost feel bad for him. So, that confession was just so you could analyze him, then?
Why else would I do it?
So he's implanted with the same technology as me? He's going to destroy the world?
He's sending signals to the things that will. At least I thought he was. Something's off. Nenji Ogata here is not transmitting any kind of command signal. Looks like the decode signature has been changed. That's bad. Now I'm gonna have to check everyone's individual codes. More work I don't need.
Just for the record, because we're coming to this just after the Nenji Ogata sequence, it wasn't possible to play this section until we'd gone a certain distance into Nenji Ogata's story, by which point this still would have been a flashback. The way that this story is structured requires it to be told out of sequence, which is I'm tempted to call it a bold choice, but if there was a defined sequence in which everything should be played, then I think like it would feel frustrating that the game doesn't communicate to you what it is. So instead, by making it clear that the game can only be played out of chronological order, I feel like that's oddly a strength for it. I keep looking for signs that what it's doing is obscuring plot holes or trouble in the writing, but I feel like instead all it's doing is forcing you to engage with each story separately to sort of get drawn into the amount and variety of writing that there is. And that's one of the things that I've really been enjoying about it.
Don't we have the Sentinels? You said you created them to save us all.
That's right. But we've already thrown 19 Sentinels at them and lost. We need a bigger game changer than 1 or 2 Sentinels. That alone's not gonna make a difference. You did your homework on the Pacific War. You get it, right? When you're up against numbers like these, what can you do? The Sentinels are meant to be a last line of defense.
Okay.
There, we've got a clue. But I can't access it from this side. He might be the only one who can. So, where does that leave us? Morning, Hijiyama-kun.
Okino, what's going on?
I looked at Nenji Ogata. He didn't have anything for me. But I took a look at your code. And I have to say, it's been very thought-provoking.
Untie me this instant, or I swear, I'll...
Why are you getting so worked up now? This isn't all that different from the old days in the factory lab. Just the two of us, enjoying some quality time, right?
What? Even if that's partially true, things are different now. Untie me before I really get angry.
Well, that's weird. You sound like you're mad, but these numbers don't lie. You're actually kind of enjoying this, aren't you? Being all tied up at the mercy of your crush? You're such a perv, Hijiyama-kun.
Stop toying with me!
Well, why don't we see what's really in your heart?
What the?
Whoa, you really can't stop thinking about me, huh?
Don't be ridiculous!
I get it. You're lying to yourself. All to protect your self-image, right? But you can hide all you want. Your physical data gives it away.
Physical data.
Don't lie to me!
Is that what you're examining? Okay.
Fine. Why don't we take a deeper look?
Stop!
Wow, this really says it all.
Stop it! Stop, please!
So, sorry for being a little bit slow in the uptake. Was everything that we saw in the first section him in the Animus? Because it feels that way. That whole scene was him remembering things just like Ogata was. I don't see what else would make sense. But the other thing is, I don't know why Okino would have woken him up to have that little tete-a-tete. Like, why mock him? Why tease him there? Like, if Okino's trying to get some information, you think that just keeping him in the Animus and none the wiser would be the way to go. That's what they did with Ogata. But Sam Litter says Okino's found his kink. So there was a conversation about like chips and stuff. I think like hardware chips, like computer chips, and Jab. So Sam Linder was saying, I'm hoping that by next summer chips will exist. Force said, yeah, for real. Sam Linder says, I'd like to update mine and give my daughter this computer. And Force says, my job kind of depends on the chipset shortage being corrected. Grumpy says, standalone GTX 380, just a standalone card, $2,000. Gaming laptop with an i9 plus 3080, $2,500. Yeah, the market is super, super unsettled. And hello to Dirty, who puts in what I assume is a jalapeno pepper. I like that emote. Goofy says, even then, it's at best the same price as a laptop and a lot less portable. Jab says, so do you say data or data? I say data, personally. I also always like that scene it was a second season episode of Star Trek The Next Generation when Dr. Pulaski referenced Data as, hey, Data, can you get that for him? And there was like this moment that Brent Spiner did so well whenever he played Data of like, he realizes that she's addressing him and she says, well, what's the difference? And Data very calmly explains, well, one is my name, the other is not. And I was like that moment between the two of them that Dr. Pulaski really wasn't recognizing Data as a human being. It's not like Data called her Dr. Pulaski or something. Like, pronounce it correctly. So, anyway, yeah, I always said Data, and I said it before the show, too. Let's close results. And they made no progress after searching Nenji Ogata's unconscious body, but after Tsukasa Okino searched inside Takatoshi Hijiyama, his true feelings were revealed. Now, again, though, why is she needling him about that? Okay. She. Why is Okino needling Hijiyama about that? Because if they're really trying to get something important to save the world, why waste even 1 second? Okino has been consistently presented as being very goal-oriented, and you would think that Okino's status here would be like, yeah, I don't care. I don't care about your crush. I don't care about whether or not you like being tied up. I need what I need. So it implies that in sort of like getting Hijiyama off kilter, getting him uncomfortable and provoked, that Okino might be able to use that as an advantage, but we'll see.
Sure. Feels like I've woken up from a terrible dream. And it looks like he's left me behind again. When does he even sleep?
So we're thinking this is the Animus again.
The more I find out, the more dangerous he seems. Forcing his way into someone's head and messing around? He's unhinged.
And hello, okay, so, sorry, quick pause. Dirty Habanero said, I got another video card yesterday, Asus 3080 Tough, at retail, $10.50 plus tax, depending on whether one of my friends wants it or not. It may be available to friends within the community I belong to. That is a hell of an offer, because Asus has consistently, for as long as I've worked in hardware, produced some of the highest quality stuff, and their Tough cards in particular are, like, they have a really, really robust cooling solution that allows them to run cooler than a lot of the other competition. So that sounds like an awesome potential. Jab says the builders get their chips directly from the factories, not from retailers. for shot. And hello to Go Hybrid, by the way, who says that 4K at 120 hertz is yesterday's news. We're doing 8K 60 now. And then Go Hybrid's asking Force how she's holding up. Grumpy says, my eyeballs are getting older. 4K looks like 8K to me now. I think that'd be more into like 4K and 8K. Like 4K gaming it feels like that's still a work in progress. Like, yes, you can get it to run, you can get it to run well, but it still feels very conditional to me. So
if I've judged the walking distance right, I should arrive there around noon. I need to save up. Even a small reserve would be enough.
Yeah, I need to be able to afford something at the vending machine.
I see. Okino was right. I just need to slip in the old staff entrance. Seems like nobody will spot me. Now, where is Okino?
I'm also searching the walls to see if we can reminisce at any point. Yeah, I like Sam Lander said, 1080p is fine for me. I just need more screens. 1080p, unironically, is perfectly fine for me with one screen. Oh, look, it's a cat.
Okino.
There you go.
May or may not be the talking one.
What's going on? Why do I feel like this? I see you made a friend.
Just a stray cat, that's all. I just gave it a little food. Now it shows up here all the time, so I ended up bringing food for it every day.
I suppose I can relate. You used food to toy with both of us.
What? You don't like me taking care of you?
I didn't ask you to do that.
I'd better get going.
Going where?
Oh, right. You sticking around until Shintaro's done eating? Mind tossing the empty can for me?
Shintaro?
That's his name, yeah. I'm counting on you.
I'll see you later, Shintaro. Boo. Clean up my trash is not the kind of relationship that I'm looking for. Oh, really? Okay. Can I pet the cat instead? Hey, Shintaro. Alright.
Oh. There's something under the can. Looks like 150 yen. Whoa. Okino. Are you still trying to look after me?
So, like 150 yen, that's like $1.50. No, break area. I need a drink. I wanted to pet the kitty, Samalander.
Whoa. She's one of the teachers at this school. I should go somewhere else.
She's not going to recognize every single kid in the entire place. Grumpy's saying my reflexes are orders of magnitude slower than any input lag, refresh rate, or whatever. If the input lag is sufficient, I definitely don't enjoy that. But I have never, at any point in my entire life, been able to discern the difference between 60 frames per second and anything higher than 60 frames per second.
She... my yakisoba-pan angel. She doesn't recognize me. Then again, I was a mess when she saw me last. Wait. If she's a student here, then... that means it must be sold here at the school. This is where I can find that yakisoba-pan.
Boy, that is a hell of an assumption. So we're not going to do this, but just hypothetically, yeah, you can't jump back to the prologue. I don't know how you can replay like earlier story beats if you wanted to. There must be a way. Cafeteria. But it would be interesting to be able to like redo the prologue, since I don't really remember who Megumi is to him.
There it is.
Jeez, almost missed out. They only had 2 left.
Just one left. Your finest yakisoba pan, please.
Oh wow, that required a lot fewer elbows than I thought.
So the Sentinel's a weapon from the future? It's strange to say, but it does make...
Okay, don't really know why that was green, but...
Oh, no doubt about it. This is the same yakisoba pan from back then.
Wait, are we getting a... Yes!
It's too much. So hungry. I've got no strength left. I can't go on like this. I'll starve to death. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Maybe on the main street, I could find some scraps in the garbage. What am I thinking? I am an Imperial soldier. The pride of the Empire. I can't dig through trash like some animal. I'd be better off dead. Still, I'll never find a paying job in this state. I shouldn't have let the heat get to me. Taking that bath in the river was my biggest mistake. That cold left me out of commission for a while. And now it's been 3 days since my food ran out. I couldn't even find Kiriko-san in the end. Is this how I die? Alone? Wasting away?
Excuse me. Are you okay?
Never better.
Was that your stomach? I know.
What's this?
I bought too much of this at lunch. It's yakisoba pan.
Yakisoba pan? I can have this?
If you'd like.
I suppose I'll take you up on that. Yakisoba pan.
He's gonna pop up like Popeye.
It's so good. Impossibly good. It's delicious. How could anything so delicious exist in this world? I wanted to savor the taste, but I practically inhaled that whole piece. Now that I think about it, I never even got to thank her. My yakisoba pan angel. This should be good. I can eat in peace here. Still, I can't believe I got the last one. I suppose it's good karma for my model behavior.
I was wondering where you'd run off to. Did you go buy that yourself?
Okino.
Brief pause that Epinomenon had said that you can replay previous story sections in the event viewer, which we probably determined at one point, but I've forgotten, and that they absolutely recommend replaying sections that you don't remember. Although in this case, the section that I didn't remember was something that we had not yet been privy to, which was when he first arrived here from the year 1945, he was very hungry, etc. I guess he also took a bath in the river and caught a cold from that, which I hope somebody lets the dude from... Oh, nuts. I just really stepped on this by not being able to remember the name of Ghost of Tsushima. Because although he took a lot of baths in hot springs, he also spent a lot of time, like, bathing in waterfalls as well. And those are pretty cool.
You changed clothes?
Wow, I can feel the disappointment from here. Want me to get back into the skirt?
I don't care.
It's just that the skirt's kind of breezy. I don't have much on underneath it. Makes me feel pretty exposed, you know? I can't just walk around in the wind and traffic like that. Just think of what could happen.
Stop that. You're clearly enjoying this, no matter what you say. And you don't have to be so lewd about it. Now, time to finally enjoy my...
It's a natural segue. Eat it. No, this is mine. I bought it.
Now.
I have to share this?
If we're seen outside, the staff might chase us off the property. Once the afternoon classes are over, we'll head back. You stick around here until then.
Do you want half of this yakisoba pan?
I already put it in my mouth,
What?
so you really don't.
Oh, no, I'm fine. I'm not even hungry. Isn't that your favorite food anyway? You enjoy it.
Well, if you're sure.
You really are a nice guy, Hijiyama-kun.
Okay, time to dig in. Fantastic. This is it. This is the taste that saved me. I have to thank the yakisoba pan angel. If I ever see her again, I need to thank her personally. No, wait. I did meet her. But when? Good grief.
Wait.
You're still going to keep trying then?
Of course.
Is it possible he really doesn't know anything?
There's still residual data in there from the switch. If I can figure out who's sending out the signal, then maybe I can stop it, or even control it.
Where are you going now?
The convenience store near the station. You haven't eaten since noon, right? I'll go get us some snacks. Help change things up. Any requests?
Yakisoba pan.
So much for changing things up. Haven't you tried anything else from this time?
Don't make fun of me. I like plenty of foods. I just haven't eaten any of them yet, that's all.
Wow, can't argue with that logic.
You guys, thank you all so much for wishing Mia well. Yeah, I spoke with her earlier. I also hope that she is feeling better soon.
Huh?
Uh-oh.
Who's there? A female student? What is she doing out so late? More importantly, what's she doing here?
Oh, you know what I bet happens here, and that we might have seen at some point? She's going to shoot him with the magical gun, and then he's going to lose his memory of this moment.
Wait, have we met somewhere?
All right.
She's the girl who saved me. She's the yakisoba pan angel. Excuse me, Oh, please wait. I'm afraid the second floor isn't quite,
I'm sorry.
Yaki, Sobapan Angel. Why?
Oh, his love is so pure and so lame. All right, we're already at 42% for this guy. All right, so here we'd have to have, wow, we'd have to have 8 people at 80% or higher, but we're currently at 9. Let me just scroll back, because there was a lot of conversation there. A lot of conversation about hardware chips. I will say this, from what I have heard, the hardware and chip shortage is likely to extend through 2022, and I'll just put out there, with things selling for the prices that they are, there's MSRP, and then there's the fact that virtually nobody can get anything at MSRP except for either direct hardware manufacturers that are probably paying more, hardware component assemblers than who are probably paying more because there's a shorter supply, so those prices may have gone up, followed by the scalpers. And it's super weird that the scalpers always seem to get first dibs on all of this hardware with all of their bots and stuff. It's almost like the hardware companies have no incentive whatsoever to care about who's buying their their product rather, as long as they're making their money on it. And if some of the scalpers are run by second-party resellers that then get to resell the same thing for an even heftier markup, well, as long as there's a buyer, right? All I'm saying is that, like, I'm not interested in spinning a grand conspiracy theory. I'm just saying that, like, there's no incentive on the hardware side of things to resolve this. You guys, we are approaching a year out from the launch of the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. You still can't walk into a store and get one. And there's no expectation that you'll be able to anytime soon. So this is a point of frustration to me. It's a small frustration, admittedly. But yeah, if you have the money, time, and inclination to upgrade your home hardware, the problem right now is supply. There's simply no way to do it. And I feel frustrated about that, both personally and then by proxy for people that are looking to do those upgrades. Maybe they want them for work, maybe they want them for fun. But either way, the fact that the whole market has been turned upside down is kind of irritating. Let me just see if I can scroll back real quick. Let me just see here. Jab is saying that he can absolutely see the difference above 60 frames per second. He said that once he went to 144 hertz, he could see a world of difference. If you offered me cash, if you had 2 identical monitors capable of 144, but you set one of them to 60, I would not be able to tell which one. My eyes don't work that way, and to be blunt, I'm not entirely upset about it, because if I can feel comfortable at 1080 or 1440p at 60 frames per second, that just saves me money. I will say a 4K display running 4K content is very, very impressive. I can definitely see that jump in resolution, but if it's not 60 or higher, it really bothers me. Jab doesn't want to go back to 60. I don't want to go below 60, not even momentarily. Hitches in frame rate, unsteady frame rates really irritate me. It's not some sort of I'm too good for this. I mean, it just bothers my eyes. I can't stop focusing on the frame rate hitches. But here's what's interesting. If I'm playing a console game at 30 and it's consistently at 30, I will actually get used to it. It's when you have something that's normally at 60, but every once in a while it drops 50 or something like that, that jerk in the fluidity of the animation, that will get me, and I will not stop noticing that. Sam Leonard says dropped frames are worse than 30 frames per second. Yeah, for sure. Grumpy says that Sony cares because they don't see the scalper markup and customers are getting angry. EVGA, PNY, Zotac, and Co. embrace the markup. MSRP on those went up to match scalping. Yeah, and there was one company that was flat out caught sending their like diverting their stock to scalpers. And you know there was some money changing hands behind that. And I don't want to like sound like a crazy conspiracy theorist. This made news. Like this was in like news sites that one of them, and I don't remember which one, and I don't MSI? I think it was MSI. Cara Luna says that MSI did that. Yeah, that was international news because I speak from experience that I worked very hard and repeatedly to try to land a 3080 rather, and came up absolutely blank because bots just snapped up the entire supply at every launch. So anyway, while chasing Tsukasa Okino, Takatoshi Hijiyama is reunited with Megumi Yakushiji at the school. He recalled being shot for seemingly no reason by the one who blessed him with the yakisoba pan. And again, just our working theory based on everything that we've seen is that she was injecting the students with nanobots or potentially injecting the students with new code to change their nanobots for some reason. But yeah, nanomachines are running through the veins of all these characters, and that's why they're able to pilot Sentinels.
All right.
Jab says, didn't the PS5 get caught in the chip shortage? I don't follow consoles, so I don't really know. I suspect that's part of it. Very high demand and limited supply.
Head to school. My yakisoba pan's waiting for me. No, wait. That's not the point. Can't lose focus. I need to find Okino. If I had to guess, Okino must be a cat person. Well, not that that's particularly important to know.
My first clue was all the time they spend hanging around and feeding cats.
Now, where is Okino?
Carolina says, I haven't bought much MSI stuff, but I didn't have anything against them. What has changed now is that when people ask me for advice for PC parts, I tell them what they did and suggest they don't buy MSI. Same for Gigabyte equipment, by the way, but for another reason. I have very, very little in the way of hardware loyalty. It's just my personal experience is that Asus has... their parts are always a little bit more expensive, but the build quality has always been, in my experience, exemplary. I don't know anything about their business practices or, like, quality of, like consumer rights or whatever like that. I just don't happen to know.
Whoa. Just another student. But she's so pale and covered in bandages. In the tree's shade, she looked more ghost than girl. She's no ghost, but she is hauntingly beautiful. As long as I've gotten this close already, maybe... No. This is not the time.
Maybe what? Okay. Just... You can't control your frame of mind long enough to walk past another human being without stopping and considering the possibilities of hitting on them? Okay, I really want this drink. God damn it.
Hey, Karabe-kun.
I don't have any money.
Today? I got somewhere to be.
Well, alright.
By the way, sometimes when you push, he walks. Like, you can still manually walk, but I'm not holding down the run button. Sometimes it just has a little more pep in his step.
Okino's little friend again.
That kitty is so cute. Does it live at the school?
Oh, you mean Lucky?
Lucky? Oh, you know, because he's a lucky cat.
Lucky, is it? A cat of many names, it sounds like.
What's so lucky about him?
You just hang around this cat, and you start finding money everywhere.
What? Seriously?
I mean, it's usually like a couple coins.
Oh, so just loose change.
Well, worth a try. Let's see what's under the box, shall we?
What's under
Wanna grab food on the way
the
home?
box?
I don't know if I have the money.
Oh, well, I mean, I have no idea where the cat went. Hold on, let me finish looking around here first. Ooh, cafeteria. Well, I don't have any money, so I should probably go check under the box. Okay, well, we've got some sort of new thought change.
No, there wouldn't be any around here.
Not with that attitude. Well, okay, the cat's not going to put any change in the wooden school building. Schoolyard break area, I guess. Unless there was a box. Oh, was I supposed to check the little shrine thing? Yeah, it's probably... Wait.
No, there wouldn't be any around here.
Okay, I might have misunderstood. There was a shrine there, and I just thought that it was a background thing. Maybe that's what I was supposed to look under. Nope. Okay. What was he talking about, look under the box?
No, there wouldn't be any around here.
Okay, let me just think about it. So, schoolyard break area, we're just there. Go to the walkway. So from there I can go back into the wooden school building, but I don't see the purpose in doing that. The cat went this way, so you would think that that's where I would want to follow to find the change, but let me look in the cafeteria. Excuse me. Excuse me.
I don't have any money.
What is the point of being such a grimdark student if you cannot get money from the other students when you want it? Nope. Okay, what am I missing? So we were in the schoolyard. He said, I'll go look under the box. Since then, we've been to every other part of the world. Let me just think about it here.
No.
Yep. Can't go backwards. Can't go into the foreground. All right. Let me go back to the schoolyard real quick. Four says, Angel saying, what is even the point if people cannot bow to my whim? Yes. Why not be a happy and fun high school student instead of being so grim, serious all the time? The whole point is intimidation. So I'm just mentioning, I'm going back and forth. I'm trying to make sure there's nothing that I can take a look at. He said, I'm concerned that I misunderstood his context, but he said, I'll go look under the box. We just came from the walkway. Let's go to the break area. Right, I can't check the garbage can here. No money.
I don't have it.
Okay. Okay, not gonna lie. feeling kind of... Hear about loose change. We helped feed the cat. Yep, we did that. So I am on a track. I just don't know where to find the loose change. I'm gonna go back to the schoolyard to go to the walkway, or remain here. Really just going around in a very, very tight circle. Force says I could just see someone needing the latest and greatest thing, but you're right, at a certain point, purchases stop. Oh, in terms of like the manufacturers ratcheting up the price? Go to the cafeteria. Then look more carefully in the cafeteria? Whenever I get stuck in this game, it's not that the answer has been obvious. It's just, this doesn't seem like the kind of game where you should get stuck. It doesn't feel like it's that kind of experience where you're making, well, to be honest, decisions. The cat normally hangs out at the front of the school, like up on the post near the main gate. That's where we normally see that cat. All right, I'm also looking more carefully behind the bushes. If the cat has just been front and center on the screen at some point, and you've been yelling, like, how can you not see the cat? I do not see a cat. This is reminiscent of Shadow of the Tomb Raider, when I spent like hours trying to find the thing that the game said that, that I wanted to have. But it was randomly dumped into the world someplace without any way to know where or when it would appear. And I felt very frustrated by that and spent a lot of time, I feel, justifiably complaining about it. Okay, and we can't go off the edge this way. I am feeling in the mood for... Oh, my goodness. Oh, Doc Limitless. Hello for everybody raiding over. Hello to Leonard317. You guys, you are joining us for 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim. It is mostly a story-based game, except for right now, because I cannot figure out how to advance the story. We are looking for a magic cat who, if you hang out next to him, he makes money appear. And my character right now, his name is Hijiyama. He is flat broke, and he can buy neither the soft drinks that he wants, nor a delicious ambrosia of the gods known as yakisoba pan. And I have been spending the last 15 minutes navigating a very, very tight loop of screens trying to figure out where I'm supposed to go and what I'm supposed to click on. But Doc, thank you so much for the raid. Mia, thank you very much for doing the shout-outs. Doc Limitless, I know that you've been playing... Oh, actually, it's going to be right on the screen. Yes! Deathloop. I am a huge fan of Arcane Studios, but I've actually gone out of my way not to know very much about Deathloop. It was... Just a quick pause here. It was very entertaining to me that there was so much hype for Deathloop. Then in like the week or 10 days before it came out, it felt like there was this real, like... sneer campaign that started online, but like, oh, Deathloop, who cares about that game? That game looks stupid. That's just a redux of like Dishonored again, but with multiplayer or whatever. It doesn't matter. And then the game came out, it got these fantastic reviews, and now everybody loves it again. I've just watched the public opinion on a game that they hadn't played go way up, then way down, then way up again, and I hope that you are enjoying it as much as the reviews have made it sound. I am curious if Epinomenon is here. I stand ready for a word of advice, because For the raiders that are just coming over, the situation is... Doc Limit says, I don't like it when people smear games, but this one is fantastic. Yeah, I've heard a lot of really good things about it. So, just for people joining, I cannot afford a drink carton machine.
I don't have any money.
Or a drink carton from the machine. I can't go right past this point, and I can't go forward or back. Go to the schoolyard. Yes, I am deeply concerned that people... So, a quick word about the story in this game. It is very, very dense. There's a lot of story, and it is deliberately told out of sequence so that you have to piece it together as you go. I have no idea. I'm gonna straight up open it up to Epinomenon if they happen to be here. My options are schoolyard break area, old building, and walkway, and as far as I know, and cafeteria. Those are the only places in the whole world that I can go. I will, if Epinomenon is here, which of those 5 places should I be attempting to go? Can we at least narrow it down to one screen? Because there's not many screens or locations, and I visited all of them. I am so stumped right now. Sam Leonard says, inscrutable, but not impossible to scrut. But yeah, Doc Limitless, thank you so much for the raid. I hope that your time with the game was a lot of fun, and I hope that your week has been fantastic, and that you're headed into a great weekend. And I hope that for everyone that raided over as well. I am on the verge of straight up looking it up, because I don't know. Hypothetically, if I can't even... No, I could jump back to Okino's hideout and start again. But that doesn't make any sense. Like, hear about loose change. You know what? Maybe if I replay it, I'll pick up on whatever clue that went right by me. Yeah, I'm gonna reload. Move to this checkpoint. All right, and we're going to just do a little fast forward here.
I should
head to school. So we can think about Yakisoba Pond, I think.
If I had to guess, Okino must be a cat person. Well, not that that's particularly important to know.
Yeah, Doc, the art style in the game is almost uniformly fantastic. There are some issues with character design, with one specific character, actually, of the entire cast that I think borders on being silly. But in terms of like the way that things are visually presented, the way that lighting is used, the way that they will mix up stuff in the foreground and background, it really does have a very striking visual design. It's made by Vanilla Soft, I think that's the name of it, and they are specialists in 2D artwork and animation. They've done games like Dragon's Crown, which I don't think represented their best work, and Odin Sphere, that was one of the ones that they did. Hello to Mirinda. Pronunciation of Yakisoba Pond is so strange. I mean, it's not incorrect, but weirdly emphasized. Well, I'm attempting to say it the way that Hijiyama here is saying it. He's all about like, oh, Yakisoba Pond is so good.
Whoa.
All right, so we've seen this. He has a little interaction here with Ryoko.
Just another student. But she's so pale and covered in bandages. In the tree's shade, she looked more ghost than girl.
Okay, I don't get to talk to her. Yep, she's just sort of like spacing out.
She's no ghost, but she is hauntingly beautiful. As long as I've gotten this close already. Maybe... No. This is not the time.
Well, I'll tell you what, maybe this is what I should have done. Maybe I should have talked to her.
Is this cheating? No, of course not. Why would it be? Okino's a man anyway. If, hypothetically, I had fallen for him, it was when I believed him to be a girl. Oh, now I remember. He cozied up to that rascal Ogata, too. He even confessed his love. Sorry, Okino. But you strayed first. It's only fair. Excuse me, miss? Oh.
Smooth moves. So she went this way. I'm gonna go look just briefly to see if Ryoko is in the old school building. I doubt that she is. She probably like went on her way. The whole joke is that he spent so much time considering whether or not he was or was not in a relationship with Okino. By the way, for people coming over, you may not suspect it at this moment, but this story has elements of time travel, dimensional jumping, love, not so much triangles, but more like love octagons. It has giant robots and kaiju monsters that come and attack everything. It is a very, very, very robust story. Okay, so we're gonna go to Schoolyard because we know that that's where Lucky the cat is gonna be. Okay, here he is.
I know that cat. It's Okino's little friend again.
That kitty is so cute. Does it live at the school?
Oh, you mean Lucky?
Lucky?
Oh, you know, because he's a lucky cat.
Lucky, is it?
Cat
That cat has many
stretches.
names, it sounds like.
What's so lucky about him?
You just hang around this cat, and you start finding money everywhere.
I can't move after the cat.
What? Seriously?
I mean, it's usually like a couple coins.
Oh, so just loose change.
Well, worth a try. Let's see what's under the box, shall we?
Let's see what's under the box, is what he says.
No, there wouldn't be any around here.
No change around here. Okay. So then we go to any other place, like the walkway. Now, when he says under the box, the first amount of money that he found was underneath the cat food can. But I don't have any cat food to feed the cat, nor is the cat around here.
Noodles stir-fried in sauce, enfolded in sweetened bread. I don't trust much in this post-war world. But if there's one exception, it's my yakisoba pan.
Yeah, see, he says yakisoba pan, so I'm gonna go with that until I hear it pronounced differently.
So the Sentinel's a weapon from the future?
Okay, we've heard all about that.
No, there wouldn't be any around here.
Okay. So we can go back into the old school building. If I don't have some new thing happen, I will... Oops. I will reintroduce the stream to my old friend, Dr. Google, because I am as stumped as I've been in this game at any point. There's nobody to talk to. Hold on, can I think about things? Nope. Go to the walkway. Oh, apparently I was saying it differently at first. You were saying it like Superman or something kind of. Oh, was it too much emphasis on the yakisoba? The first syllable? I do not know a single word of Japanese. What I have heard about it as a language is that it's like unaccented, so the words should generally not be pronounced with like an excessive emphasis on any one syllable. So you wouldn't say Izumi, you'd say Izumi. That's and that may not be correct, but that's sort of how I've heard it described. So we can go back to the schoolyard and we go to the break area. It's the only place that we haven't been. Change?
No, there wouldn't be any around here.
No. Why would there be change in front of the vending machines that accept change?
Hey, Karabe-kun.
Are we on for today?
I got somewhere to be.
Well, alright.
All right, I can't talk to Juro, and I can't talk to Shu.
I don't have any money. I don't have any money.
Hey, can you hook a brother up? $150, 150 yen, whatever. No? And if I leave, he disappears. So there's no reason for me to think that hanging out with Shu is any sort of thing. Now, from here, I went back and revisited every other area multiple times. Wait, Mirinda says there was a box in that area. In the middle, there was a box on stilts. Maybe that's where what they're referring to. So let's go check, because I think that... Not in this area, though, right? So... The one box on stilts that I know about is in the schoolyard. And let's go look at this. So this box here, which looks like a little shrine, as far as I can tell, I cannot interact with. Normally like a word or like a little ding will come up. Yeah, Mirinda was saying that one. So... Is there somebody... Well, no, let's not put it on... chat. I'm going to look it up right... Ooh, I'm not going to look it up right now. Try walking up to it and doing the thought cloud. Okay.
That's...
We don't have face cam, so you cannot see me dead-eye stare at the camera. Apparently that was it. Thank you, Samalander. For the people that might have raided over and haven't completely lost patience with this so far, that doesn't feel like a mechanism that has been used very frequently in the game. I can't say that it's never been used. There's a few occasions where it's been like, oh, you have to like listen for a particular break in the dialogue to think or to say something, but never... Anyway, my bad.
100 yen coin. That's a lucky find.
What I wasn't thinking is that, like, when I was over here and I would think of change...
No, there wouldn't be any around here.
I guess I was incorrectly assuming that he might say, oh, change, I should go check over by the box on stilts, the little shrine between the two trees, where the two dudes wearing the baseball hats are always looking. They really love to look at that box. Like... any little thing to help communicate that that's where I was supposed to be. Okay, so let's go to the break area because I really want to buy a drink. Samlander, I am very glad that you suggested it all because it did not occur to me until I went to contact Dr. Google that I realized that my cell phone is nowhere nearby, nor is there anyone here that can bring it to me real quick. So
100 yen on me.
So Hasty, for sure. Milk coffee, I'm sure there's a market for that, but Hasty.
Fresh apple juice. That's powerfully sweet.
Yeah.
No, I shouldn't. One can drink a day seems like a healthy limit.
Wait, how much? Okay, let me try the milk coffee.
No, I shouldn't. One can drink a day seems like a healthy limit.
Oh, I don't know. I was really jonesing for a nice tall can of milk coffee. So let's go see if we can get a yakisoba pan. Samalander says milk coffee is great. It's an interesting name for a product. I like milk, and I like coffee, and I like milk in my coffee. But milk coffee... Yeah, I guess it just sounds like something altogether different.
I have 50 yen on me. 150 yen? I don't have the money.
Oh, well, if milk coffee is just another name for iced coffee, I do like iced coffee quite a bit. All right, so let's go to the wooden school building. Cohybrid saying milk steak, fight milk. And Mirinda saying, I imagine Auspicious Angel is more interested in the Bokari sweat. I feel like I've heard of that, but I don't know what it is. All right, nothing in the building. So here's what we've accomplished. Now that we have even the 50 yen, which I think is like 50 cents, I don't think it's that much. At least we've advanced the story somewhat by being able to buy a sugary drink and then immediately consuming it. You know, that is a step above where we were on the... Oh, hello, cat.
That's...
We've cracked the code.
100 yen coin.
Okay.
That's a lucky find.
Now I've got 150 yen. Let's go get a yakisoba pan. Pocari Sweat is a sports drink like Gatorade or Powerade with a really unfortunate name if you know English.
Hey, did you see that guy? He was looking into the vending machines. What do you think he was doing?
Maybe he dropped his change?
Oh, what? I wouldn't go digging around for it. That looks so sketchy.
Yeah, getting down on your knees for money. Who would do that? Sam Luna says apparently cats poop 100 yen coins in this world. That was a familiar voice. So one of the young women there sounds a lot to me like the voice of Yukari Takaba from Persona 3. Specifically the one that was all the way on the left, but she only said one or two things, and I wasn't confident enough to call it out. But whatever that actress's name is, and I don't know offhand, it would be interesting to see if she provided additional voices.
Your finest yakisoba pan, please.
By the way, the crowd here at this school really loves yakisoba pan.
Sorry for making you wait, yakisoba pan. But it's okay now. Time to dig in. Delicious.
Oh boy.
Impossibly delicious. But of course it is. It's yakisoba pan.
Oh, I hope I ever love anything as much as he loves yakisoba pan.
Noodles stir-fried in sauce. I don't trust, but if there's one...
Okay. Man, I don't know. Let's go to the schoolyard.
Hey, did you see that guy?
Hey, lay off.
No, there would...
Okay. It was worth a shot.
Dropped his change?
Okay, so... Let's return to the walkway. This is, by a wide margin, one of the most wanderingest of the entire chapters of the entire game that we've played. We're 18 episodes in. I'm not sure if there's been another episode that is this much just sort of like backtracking and trying to figure out where to go. And I'm okay with a bit of exploration. I just also like a little of direction as well.
School?
Right, the fact that we got dialogue makes me feel like we might be in the right place.
Oh. Isn't that one of the Sentinel scout units? Why is this here?
This is not good.
And he's... You're the one from the shrine, where we crossed time. What's wrong? You can't move? Something's happened. Did Okino get him too?
And hello to Suna Kitsune. I hope you're having a great Thursday.
I should get him back to the hideout. Don't tell me I'm going to have to carry him. What a hassle. What am I, just another one of Okino's cronies? I don't have to run around cleaning up his messes. Stop! Blasted gizmo! What's Sentinel technology doing here?
Does he know how to turn these guys off? Because I don't feel like Minami knew that BJ has an off switch.
How did you get here? I'll take a look. What is this? What were you thinking, Okino?
What's wrong, Takatoshi?
What's wrong is this core system.
Oh, figured it out, huh?
Okino? Professor Shinonome found it. Daimos? Really? Everyone knows that's one of the old kaiju survival sims. Even I played that thing all the time when I was a kid.
Don't worry about it.
You're putting the fate of humankind's last colony in a video game?
I'm just reusing the infrastructure, environment management code. Relax. We're not gonna get kaiju popping up.
Still.
And hey, faster than building the code base from scratch, right? Come on. You love me, so you can trust me, right? The work's done. We've done all we can for the human race's future. As long as this colony's life support holds out, as long as I've got even a second more, I'd rather spend it with you.
Tsukasa. You're right. I'd rather be holding you right now myself. I'll see if I can explain it to Professor Shinonome.
Thanks. I love you, Takatoshi.
What is this? That wasn't me, was it? But Okino and I were together. In love. It's impossible. Hey, what did you just show me? Put it up again. Here begins my final log. This isn't the same recording. Tsukasa's dead. The medical bio kits are no good to me now, so I only got an hour or two left. Why did it come to this? It was all logistical debate over Project Arc, an energy dispute. And Tsukasa, he argued to cancel the plan, to divert the energy to life support. If that damn Ogata and his cronies hadn't come armed... No. Too late to point fingers now. Izumi-san shot Tsukasa. So I made him pay. Him and his allies. As for the survivors, there's Professor Shinonome and Ida. They made it out safe. And me. Though, I figure I don't have long left. The hangar's blown out. And the colony's in ruins. It won't even take 20 hours. All we've worked for will be gone. I came here so I could protect people. And now I'll die here. With my friend's blood on my hands. If Project Arc actually goes through. If I actually get to be reborn somehow. I hope I live to protect them. Protect all my friends. My friends. My Tsukasa. Reborn? Okino was killed? What did I just see?
For a split second, I legitimately thought that his line was going to be, if somehow I make it through this, if somehow I'm reborn, I just hope I get to have some more yakisoba. So nothing else for him, huh? We've seen as much as there is to see? Alright.
Why do I have this pit in my stomach? Okino, where are you?
You know, Okino has been nothing but disrespectful to you and your emotions, so...
Biometrics unlocked those personal logs. That was this world's Akaduki-san.
Yeah. I brought him here. Looks like Okino's with him, too.
And I do want to respond to Samulander's thought, but we're probably close to the end of this
Okino.
chapter.
Oh, good. You're safe.
Hijiyama-kun? What's wrong? Why are you so worked up? What?
That image. It was definitely Okino. But what even was that?
Something on my face, or...
You didn't go to school today?
Oh, yeah. I skipped to do a little time travel.
Huh?
Wait, don't tell me. Were you out looking for me at school?
No, not really.
Hey, can I stand on the other side of you? This light is sort of weirding me out. Oh. Hold on, we might be out of topics already.
Well, I'm glad he's safe. Why is that a good thing? Why does seeing Okino make me feel better?
So you're still dressing like that?
You!
Whoa there. You move, I shoot.
Bastard must have followed me.
You led me right to Okino's doorstep.
No. You're here to kill him?
Hijiyama-kun, calm down. He's A. Sekigahara. He and I play for the same team.
Has anyone told
Isn't
him?
that right? You've done really well holding on like that. I think I know why you're here. You want what only I can give you. You can drop the gun. I won't run anymore.
Okino. I need it. Please, help me.
Sure. Since you finally asked nicely.
You two... Don't tell me. You two are... steady?
Oh, God.
What if we are? What does that matter to you?
Hijiyama is approaching Fuyusaka levels of not understanding the context of a scene. It's not even the subtext, it's just the basic context. A guy comes in, puts a gun to Okino's face. Okino says, hey, drop the gun, we're playing on the same team here. He then sort of winces in pain, drops his weapon and says, please help me, I need it. And his conclusion is, oh, the two of them are going steady. Dude, what do you think romance is? Like, I'm all for elaborate foreplay, but as soon as you start like aiming a firearm into somebody's face, maybe it's time to re-examine how that's going. So, for people that joined, this is the character select screen in the world of 13 Sentinels. We've actually finished more than half of these stories at this point, and are probably coming into like the last third of the game. Actually, let's check our percentage. Yeah, we are 81% of the way through the story-based sequences, 54% of the way through like uncovering database and codex entries, and 71% of the way through the destruction phase, which is actually a series of combat missions featuring giant robots punching other giant robots in the face, and you know, like firing railguns at them and flying drones and so forth. But it's got a wildly different visual style, because it's all sort of told through top-down tactical holograms. It is nowhere near as crisp and articulated as some of the 2D art, which I'm fine with, but might come as a shock to people seeing the game for the first time. My INTP brain says Force. So I wanted to circle back and Go Hybrid says, my wife knows about the insurance policy. Pointing a gun at me may well factor into her foreplay. Force, I probably should recognize based on like personality testing what INTP brain is. Is that introverted something? Like it would be I or E for introverted versus extroverted, but I don't necessarily know what the others stand for. While we're looking at that, I did want to touch base on something Samlander had said, where he quoted Okino saying, we're not going to get kaiju popping up, so it's all Okino's fault. The thing is, I don't think it is. I think that was just sort of like a ha-ha funny wink-wink that like, oh, the cityscape and its design was based on an old video game that was about kaiju, so we're not going to get kaiju. I think that the kaiju is actually like an unfortunate coincidence, because as far as we know, like, Okino may have something to do with having designed the kaiju or the decode or something else, but as far as we know, the decode is being deployed by Tetsuya Ida, right? So I don't see a lot of crossover for Okino, but I could be completely wrong about that. It is possible that Okino has some dark secrets and that what they're going for is not what is in the best interest of everybody else, that Okino is secretly working with Tetsuya Ida for reasons I cannot begin to fathom. Oh, it's all her fault because she baited fate. Okay, understood. Force says, I do hope this is mostly in good humor, but if not, and then gives Go Hybrid a hug. I suspect it's all in good fun. Hybrid says, if I stop showing up, 1, it was her, and 2, you can have my power tools. Hey, we've just been written into the will, or Force has, one way or the other. I love how many modern people believe in magic. I do not love how many modern people believe in magic, but that is a conversation for another day. So, I am well past out of time. What we're going to do is find somebody fun to raid, but on the way out, I want to make sure that we thank the person who raided, and I want to make sure that I get the name correct, so let me just jump in here very quickly to, hi, could we please open this up? Thank you. Oh, no, it's just going to be super slow about it. One way or the other, though, thank you very much to Doc Limitless for the very large raid. I expect that Doc jumped out to grab some food or whatever. I know that that's usually what we'll do after a long stream, but I do hope that he is having a lot of fun with Deathloop. Look for a Deathloop stream someday. It's not going to be too soon, but I would very, very much... And it was Blobby Blah. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that I had the name correct. Every viewer, every participant, every follower, and especially every subscriber, all very, very, very much appreciated. But when somebody resubscribes, I do want to make sure that I'm jumping in with the correct name. So Go Hybrid is recommending Starfire 10. Sure, let's go check them out. This is an unknown streamer to me, but if Go Hybrid is making the recommendation, I would love to check it out. I'm clicking on the wrong button there. All right, so let's get in here, and we're going to do Raid Starfire 10. And Go Hybrid, you can just take a look up there at the top at the image to make sure that it looks like the correct person. And we are going to, I'll tell you what, let's do a shout out and find out what they are playing. Starfire 10. Oh, whoops. There we go. Starfire 10. So they are currently playing Dead by Daylight. So if anyone is unfamiliar, that's a multiplayer, but usually team-based, one versus a group horror-themed game where the levels are semi-randomly sort of procedurally generated, and you need to start up some engines. But what's interesting to me is that it has a persistent leveling up mechanic where both the villains, the horror icons, and the Survivors have different attributes and they level up over time, so a lot of the streams you'll see will be very, very high level. I've not seen Starfire 10, but let's go find out what kind of characters they have leveled up and what they're like. Until next time, you guys, we will hopefully see you again, probably not tomorrow, but on Saturday. And until then, I hope you have a great night.